Com 120. I hope you all are doing well and staying a safe 6 feet apart from anyone else and that you're staying healthy. I'm coming to you today to talk to you a little bit about Chapter 10, and Chapter 10 is all about friendship. So when you read Chapter 10 and you look at the slides for Chapter 10, you're going to learn about things like the nature of friendship, how trust impacts friendship, what emotional closeness looks like in friendship. There's going to be some descriptions of different stages of friendships, how friendships develop, how they deteriorate. I want you to think about, as you're reading it, your current friendships and what stages of friendship you're in as you're looking at those different stages of how friendships develop and how they deteriorate. And I also want you to think about the pressures that we see on friendships today. So there are internal tension on friendship, the relational dialectics, the types of diversity in communication style and culture, things like sexual attraction between friends, all of those can get in the way. But there are also external pressures on friendships, things like competing demands. You want to hang out, but they have work and kids, these kinds of things. Or personal changes. Maybe there's geographic distance. Most of us have friends that we don't actually see on a regular basis. Think about how social media is actually impacting friendships. Is it changing friendships? Is it making it easier? Particularly during this time of social isolation, how are you sustaining friendships? Is it different than it was a few weeks ago? This is a really interesting time for us to think about that. And then just kind of think about some of the guidelines for friendship. Remember that with every relationship, dual perspective is really, really important. We have to remember to not just pay attention to what we think and feel, but what the other person does. Communicating honestly, growing from differences, and remembering when it's a long-term friendship or relationship, don't sweat the small stuff. And so going forward here, I want to just give you a little bit of information about exactly what you have coming up this week. On Monday, you have Chapter 10's reading and watch the Chapter 10 intro video that you just have looked at. And then you also have a check-in activity called Wanted Friend. All the instructions for that are right there where you need them in the assignment. On the 1st, we have a social distancing check-in activity, and that is when the rough draft of your research paper is due if you want to get extra credit. So be sure that you're paying attention to that date. Also, on the 1st, I will be giving you a video just to give you a little bit of information about writing abstracts for APA, just to keep everybody in the loop. On the 3rd, we will start Chapter 11, which is romantic communication. We will start looking at love languages, and then there will be the Chapter 9 and 10 quiz coming due on the 6th. Your research paper is due on the 8th. That is the day before we get into spring break. Spring break is still April 10th through the 17th, and during that time, there will be no assignments due for that week, and when we come back from spring break on the 20th, we will pick right back up with Chapter 11 and continue on. So that's a little bit about what to expect this week and going forward. There will be updated assignments, schedules, all of that posted within the next day or two if they're not all up already. So be sure you're checking Blackboard and your email at least every class day, if not every day. As always, if you have questions, reach out to me. You can reach me on email, on Remind, or you can add a question in the discussion boards that we've added on Blackboard. And you can also schedule a face-to-face conference with me if you feel like you need that as well. Hope you're doing well. Hope to see you soon. Have a good day.